Hi everyone, welcome back. This is in part 2, uh, installing Informatica 10 on Windows. This is RK again. In this video, mainly let's talk about how to install, because in the part 1, if you look at it, we talked about like how to identify the Informatica MDM version as well as the corresponding product availability matrix. We have identified all the necessary softwares required to install the Informatica MDM. In the part 2 series, let's go ahead and install the Oracle DB as well as create all the necessary schema to support it for installing the MDM. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and do that. If you look at it here, we downloaded from Oracle website two two zip files. So what I have done here is like I have unzipped them in one of the directories, the zip1, the zip2 also in another different directories. So in order to install this correctly, so what I did when I unzipped together separately in the component list, I copied all these 4 directories and push it in these particular components under stage components. I have copied it the file over here. So if you guys don't do that, the Windows it's not going to recognize those files unless otherwise if you are unzipping them into the same directory structures. Okay, please remember that. Then with that, what we are going to do quickly is I'm going to set up the Oracle database right now. So now it is starting up. It's almost it is coming up. So what I have done, I'm going to create the database as an MDM1, and come on, it is coming up slowly. Okay, if you look at it here, while you are downloading this Oracle database, they might have asked you to enter your email ID as well as in the password. In case if you guys need to support or if you want to guys any critical update, go ahead and enter your email ID and the password. In this particular case, I do not want to receive anything, so I'm going to ignore this. Please, for your production purposes, please go ahead and enter your all the necessary information over here. It is going to give me a warning. I'm going to say yes. In the second thing is what I'm going to do is I have 3 options. What I'm going to do right now, select any of the following install options. I'm going to select create and configure a database, and I'm going to create next. Then I do have 2 options to installing it. One is the desktop class, another one is the server class. Since I'm going to install on my kind of a Windows version, so I have chosen as my option as the desktop class. Okay, so once I have chosen this option, I'm going to remove that, and I'm also going to say this is my database as an MDM1 and sys. Please note that in order to speed up this process, what I have done already, I have installed the Oracle database to speed it up to continue our demo purposes, to give you the quick installation instructions. So what I have done in the previous installations, I have given the MDM and the password is sys and sys. Rest everything, all the procedures are the same. It's going to give me the warning. It is not recommending the recommended standards for the password, but I'm going to say, are you sure? I'm going to continue as in yes. Then in this case, and some of you while installing it, some of you may run into an issue saying that, hey, you know what, oh, the path variable is greater than like 1023 or something like that. If that kind of an issue happens, all you need to do, so once you click the finish, it is going to install and it is going to install the entire Oracle database. So in this case, since already I have done it, I'm not going to go over again. So let's I'm going to finish it instead of finish. I'm going to cancel this because since already I have installed the database. In the meantime, in case if you run into the issue the path variable, I will tell you what you need to do here. So go to this like control panel again, go to the system, then advanced system settings, go to the environment variables. You do see the path. Okay, this path should be less than 1023 characters. In case if it is more than that, it is possible that it is going to fail while installing the database. So that's all you need to remember. So once it is done, then what I have done quickly here, oh, it has given me after finishing the installation, it is going to give me what is the EM Enterprise Manager roll up over there. So I'm going to enter this user, I mean like in the more information, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Chrome to use it. It's saying advanced, proceed to the local host and save. So it's going to ask me my passwords. I'm going to say sys and sys, and I'm going to connect as my sysdba. So in order to make sure that the database is up and running. Okay. So when I click I have entered all the necessary information and clicked in. If I look at it, my database is up and everything is up and running. So I do not see any issues. So we are good on that. Okay. So the next information, once you have it ready, all we need to do, make sure that we are connecting to the SQL developer. So what I'm going to do right now is I have already installed the SQL. All you need to do is, once you download your corresponding SQL developer, all you need to do is unzip it, and you should be able to access this particular SQL developer, whatever the corresponding versions. I prefer to use 4.0 because this one also it is used the 1.7 JDK. Okay. The next thing is what I would like to do. I would like to go ahead and install the connection the properties. So what I'll do here is, if I go here, in this case already to make it simpler, so I'm going to make it the properties over here. I'm going to make sure the localhost 1521 in the MDM, and this is this is not the Informatica MDM CMX system. It is like a special. It is the Oracle system password. That is what, if you look at it, the username and the password, again if you look at it, says, and I'm going to make sure that save, and I'm going to test this whether it is tested successful. I'm going to connect it. Okay. Once I have connected this, what I am going to do right now here is I'm going to create 3 table space. Now this is where I am going to keep referring the installation guide given by them. Okay, there is a one smaller tweak I am making as per the installation guide. Okay, the smaller tweak here is I am going to install the schema, then I am going to install the JBOSS. Okay, that is the only one smaller tweak I'm making it over here. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is, in this system, so if I look at it here, it is saying create the database. Before that, we would like to create all the table spaces, right? So we need to create all the table spaces is required. So if you look at it here, there are 3 files, command we need to use it. Please remember that since we are using 11G database, and they do not need, because if you look at it, this is the temporary table space, and you need to use the word temporary table space. So if you use the exact command, it is going to fail. Okay, so what I have done, I have created these 3 temporary table space in order to speed up our work. So what I have done, I am going to have this, and this is the first one. It is going to be in this particular location, that is the CMX data, CMX index, CMS temp. All these 3 is required. Okay, I am executing the first one, that is the CMX table. CMX data has been created. Similarly, the CMX index also we need to create. This will hold all of the Informatica MDM indexes. The third one is the temporary table space. If you look at it here, it is not the big file. It is create temporary table space. That is the only one difference between this versus this particular portion. Okay, so the next, what are we going to do right now? We are going to create all the necessary schemas. The way I am going to create the schema right now, using the software is given by the Informatica. So since we have already downloaded the database files and Windows and the silent install samples, So what I am going to do right now, I am have to unzip this database files. When I unzip the database files, if you look at it, there is a you go to the database and the bin directory, go over and copying it in the Windows prompt mode. Okay, for it make directory and the D directory. Paste. So I'm going to E directory. Are you over here? So now what we need to do as per the installation instructions, okay, it says like create like, okay, SIP INDSH create system. So what it says that let's go ahead and create the schema first. The schema, what I'm going to do right now is create system schema. This is where like see, please remember, note it down very carefully, whatever I'm going to enter here. So in this, they are giving a 3 options. So I'm entering Oracle is my option. I'm finishing it my SID. I'm not using my service. I'm using my SID. CMX system. It is also saying CMX system. So I'm going to, this is my CMX system use password. On the local host 1521. In this case, I have given my SID as the MDM. I'm going to give that. Similarly, even RCL, I'm giving my MDM, my TNS identifier. My password, it is going to be, I prefer to use the same password. So whatever the password you recommend, go ahead and use it. And one more thing, okay, since this is like, I have seen in another one more thing also, what I have noticed down in the database resources database, if you go to one Oracle under ENUS, there is a 2 files you need to modify, because when you try to create the user, they are trying to create the grant for unlimited schema for the temporary table space. You do not need to do that anymore, because all they're trying to do here is alter user code unlimited. Please go ahead and comment it in both the files. See, create ORS as well as the create system. Otherwise, it is going to complain saying that it's going to error out. And so in order to make it clean install, make sure that you are commenting out these two stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to enter this, and it is going to ask me my DBA user pass name, DBA username as a sys, the password also sys, and it is saying what is my index is CMX index. It is automatically taking it. Look at it, CMX underscore data, it has to be the same name, otherwise it is going to error out. And CMX temp. Once it is done, so what's happened is now it went ahead and created the CMX system. Then the next thing is what I have to do. I am also creating another user, which is ORS user right now. Okay, so similarly I can do that Oracle. I'm going to make it very fast here. SID localhost 1521 instead of MDM here, MDM, and I'm going to say the same username. The password is CMX ORS, and even as and sys is the sys, and the password is the sys. Okay. So now the CMX, this one also is created. Now, in case if you guys wanted to install the Aki VOS, then you also need to create then another user called create BPM. So I am also going to go ahead and create another user too. Okay, paste, create BPM, and again Oracle. I'm taking an SID localhost 1521. I'm taking an MDM. I can enter sys, password is sys. It is saying either enter the active UIS username. I'm going to say enter same user. The password I'm going to keep it as the same. CMX data, temp, and even this particular user also got created. Now there is one more user also I would like to create. This user is required in case if you like to install your resource schema. Okay, I'm also putting this particular one too. So they create ORS. If you look at it, then again Oracle SID localhost 1521 MDM. It is saying operational DB username. In this case, I am going to make it as MDM sample. and the password also MDM sample, MDM underscore sample, says max index. Even this particular user also has got created. So now all the necessary users is created. Now we would like to do three, I mean, like we are going to do importing the system as well as the importing ORS, right? Now what I want to do is once I create after I create all these users, I am going to create it. You can also do the either way. Once you create the user, you can also import the system, import URS. I prefer to use this way, so either way I'm okay with that. So if you look at it here now, again Oracle SID, I am using CMX, enter master username CMX system, localhost 1521, MDM, and the password it is asking, as you noticed it is a CMX underscore system, ENS. Now what it does, it is going to install all the necessary stuff in order to install the create system. The same way, it is going to import all of our import ORS too. Let's do that. Or SELE, SIT, localhost 1521, MDM, it is right. 1500 MDM right. It is saying import username yes, CMX ORS. So I am going to, please remember one more thing. This is about your timeline granularity. I mean, like whether if you want to extend it, whether if you want to monitor the effectivity period, whether you want to consider as an hour, minute, an hour, and day. So by default, normally you track it by the day. So I would like to go by 3, and if you want to, based on your depends on your which organizations you are belongs to, choose it and check with your business and do that. In this case, I would like to go with the default value 3. Now what it does, it is also going to install pretty much everything, all the importing the ORS right now. Okay, and once this has been done, and please remember, and one more schema, let's import this particular schema too. Now pretty much while installing that, okay, let it continue. It's almost done. Now let's since the sample schema also, let's go ahead and finish that particular portion too. Oracle, we can say SID localhost 1521 and the MDM. I'm saying yes. It is saying enter the operational reference store. I'm going to say MDM underscore sample, MDM underscore sample. It is saying where this particular file location is there. Okay, so this is the particular file where it is going to install all of your resources files. Remember we talked about this database, pin resources database. Okay, this is the file, this is the location they are saying, and in case if you want to install the resource, that would be particular location, it automatically recognizing that. Similarly, your MDM sample, I'm okay with the zip file. Now it is going to load all of the resource kit installation schema too. While this is coming up, what I would like you to do, go ahead and try to connect whether all of your stuff it is coming up properly. Okay, so what I would like to do, I am going to properties over here. I am going to make it in this case MDX CMX system. The password is CMX system. Save password, save, test, it is connected. Similarly, I can also create properties, another properties over here. In this case, I can say MDS CMD ORS. Okay, ORS here, CMX ORS. Save, test, it is also connected successfully. And since already I have done over here, it might have already installed it. Oh, it is going on. But anyway, the system has already been, it is there, and I'm looking at the properties. Okay, this we do not want to connect it over here. This is MDM sample. This is what I want to look at it. Properties and the MDM, this is also save. test, it is also connected. So this, if you look at it, right, all of the necessary schemas already has been completed and it is looking good actually. Okay, so which means all of the schema has been is completed now. So all we have done pretty much, if you look at it over here, I went over, you may be thinking that, you know, I'm doing multiple things in one, but this way what is going to happen, you will understand the advantage when I'm going to install my JBOSS. Okay, JBOSS, my JBOSS EAP. So in this exercise, if you look at it, what we have done so far, we have installed the Oracle database. When we unzip the we have unzipped uh, we have unzipped the Oracle database, the database files for an Informatica. This is specifically for an one, and we have like imported system, as well as we have also imported ORS, as well as we have also imported the MDM sample schema. So with that, what is going to happen, pretty much we have completed all the database related configurations. We have done everything pretty much related to the database. So with this, what we have done right now is let's the third so the third one, what I'm going to talk about it is like how we are going to install the JBOSS EAP 6.2.0, as well as we are also going to talk about how we are going to install our the MDM hub console. So this is what our part 3 series it is going to look like. And if you guys are have any questions, any concerns, please feel free to ping me or send me an email. At the end of my video, you do have the my email address. So this is, if you look at it here, this would be who I am. I'm the MDM architect, and you have my phone number, you have my email address, or in case even below that, if you have any comments, please go ahead and give me any feedback, or what if you like it, and any comments would be appreciated. And in my next series, you know, let's go ahead and talk about the JBOSS EAP as well as the MDM Hub console. Once again, thanks for watching this video.